Hello and welcome to another Sunday's Convo with Connie and Val.
I'm Connie.
And I'm Val. And we have another question to put to you today, as we always do. So we're going to jump right into it. We want to ask, where is the love for self and how we lose it so easily?
That's a good one.
We love everybody else, but are we really loving ourselves?
That's a good one.
Let's dive into it.
Because you work 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. You love your dog. You love your sports team, but are you dedicated to you like you are to them? Where's love for self? How do we lose it so easily? Because if we don't have us, then how can we give it to some? We do it for the families. I know a lot of the mothers, a lot of the wives, they just give and give and give. And once mom breaks down with the flu or cold, the whole house shuts down. I mean, there is no functioning because she's down for the count. I mean, how do we not love us enough to take care of us? I mean, how do we lose it so easily?
That's a good question. We just pour, and we don't take time into ourselves. But then, as we always do, we have a scripture that we want to take you to. Because Jesus, he was asked the question about what is the most important commandment.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he always had to teach us. So Jesus is our teacher and he leads us. And he says in Mark 12, verse 30, and we're reading from the Passion Translation again. He said the most important of all the commandments is this. The Lord Yahweh, I'm on 29, but he said the Lord Yahweh, our God, is one.
Mm-hmm.
You are to love the Lord your God with every passion of your heart, with all the energy of your being, with every thought that is within you, and with all your strength. He said this is the great and supreme commandment, and the second one is this. You must love your neighbor in the same way you love yourself. So that goes back to what you're asking. You're giving and giving and giving to your neighbor, but are you giving to yourself? How can you love somebody else if you're not loving yourself?
I think we're doing it very stingily or very haphazardly or not sufficiently, because as you're reading, I'm seeing how some of us, even when we're reading books or pamphlets or texts, we'll grab that first part and we'll really hold on to it, but we don't go all the way down to the fine print. And that fine print is talking about loving your neighbor as yourself. But we took the neighbor part and put it first into the sports, into the job, into the family, into the friendships, or the making the money, the whatever it is. We're not taking time to love self too. We have to look out for ourselves, because if we don't, we won't have anything or anyone, we're not a thing, with anyone to give to others. So I want to encourage all of you. Of course, I want you to like, subscribe, share, and give your comments. But consider, are you doing that? Are you loving you? Are you loving everybody and you last? And my point with asking her that question is because I'm seeing so many people go into embitterment. They're going into this rage. This unforgiveness, this root of bitterness has taken place because could it be that you've given and given and given and given, that you didn't stop to think, I'm not being selfish if I want this part for me? We give up so easily. We give the loyalty, we give the dedication, we give our time, our energy, our resources. but it's okay to love you too. It's okay to look out for self. But I don't want nobody saying I'm selfish. Nobody's going to say you're selfish because you're bringing balance. I mean, anybody with any sense at all can see what some of us are doing for everybody else. So if you take the time to look out for you, you're supposed to. Love your neighbor as. That's a continuation. That you're bringing the two together as you love yourself.
So that means mirroring what you're doing for you. First of all, you do for that other person what you do for you, but you've got to do it for you first. And then, like Connie said about the embitterment part, some people get to the place where they have done and done and done, and then you expect that person to do for you, but that's not what it's about, because they don't really owe you anything. You took it on yourself to do, and they don't have to do anything back for you. You did it out of the kindness of your heart. So don't think that because you did something for me, I have to turn around and do something for you. That's where we get it twisted. We have to take care of ourselves first,
yes,
and then we'll be able to take care of somebody else. Like Connie said, it doesn't hurt to tell somebody no. And if they have an issue with that, then that's their issue, but don't take it upon yourself.
Yeah.
If you see that you're overworked, overwhelmed, you got too many things going on, somebody wants to put one more thing on your plate, I apologize. I'm not going to be able to do it today.
Right.
And it's as simple as that.
Exactly. But listen, we want you to ponder what we're saying, because we don't want you to lose yourself. Okay, it's okay to love and to be dedicated and to be diligent and to be faithful, but there has to be that boundaries there, okay? And I want to give out a shout out to Jacqueline Carr. I think you probably heard her music playing in our background because we jamming out today on Sunday's Convo with Connie and Val. But until next time, shalom.
Shalom.